Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Mandy, and I'm going to do a swipe over this bloom that I consider to be a fail. Excuse me. So let me show you my colors. That is Blue Black from Atelier. I'm actually using pretty similar colors to the negative space swipe I did a video or so back. That is Deep Sea from Global. That one I get from Pixel Paint Designs, and there is a 10% discount code listed below. It's also where I get my Australian Floetrol. This is Huckleberry, which is a primary element in the Be Still My Heart set. It looks a little more blue there, but it's kind of a violet blue. This is Nebula Star from that same set. And that set right now is available with 2 bonus colors. And this is Australian Red Violet, always one of my favorites from Matisse. My Atelier and Matisse paints I get from Blick, and I have a link for Blick as well below. And this is Midnight Shadow. This is a new PrizmPour color from Colourarte. Don't forget there is a 20% off discount code below. Using my code Mandy1120 for Colourarte. Anything on the website is 20% off. My Pixel Paint Designs code is also below, where I get Boom Gels, Australian Floetrol, all that good stuff. And that's Mandy10. And of course I have all of my other stuff below too. So I'm using some Oopsie paint today. You're probably like, why are you using yellow paint? Well, I need to clear out gallons of paint. So sometimes some of them I bought a while back because they were on like the mist tint shelf at Lowe's or Home Depot. You know, so you get a whole gallon of paint for like $9, which is great, especially when you're practicing. But then you kind of find your niche and then realize, now I have a buttload of paint. I need to use it. So since this was kind of an experiment over a failed pour, what I wanted to do is use some of the colors in my last swipe and do kind of a swooshy swipe and popping bubbles. And I wanted to kind of keep those dark dramatic colors and keep a black and gold cell activator and just kind of see how they turned out. Since I'm painting over something that I didn't really like the way it turned out, I figured, why not? You know, I had limited drying space. I needed to tape up and prep some other things to paint on, and so this was already out. So that's the blue black. I have that kind of swirled around here. Now I'm going to drizzle some Australian Red Violet. I did speed this up a little bit, just for the sake of time. Australian Red Violet is just a beautiful color. Midnight Shadow, PrizmPour. It's a flipping beautiful color. Now I love deep, rich blues. That's sort of like a blue-black meets a Prussian blue. It's just gorgeous. And I think I'm trying to even out the blue-black from earlier. And again, you know, we're just slinging the paint. Sometimes after a hard day of work, you just want to sling paint. You don't want to have beautiful structure. That's Nebula Star, by the way. You just want to put paint everywhere, make a huge, giant mess, and then try to turn it into something beautiful. This is Huckleberry. Now, in this light, it looks a wee bit more blue than a violet blue. So, I may see if I can tweak that lighting a little bit. All the other colors look true to color. Sometimes some colors just look different on camera. So, it's a gorgeous color. And you know, I was picking out colors and I was like, ooh, I could add this. And I was like, no. You really wanted to try these colors together. That was just a little bit more Midnight Shadow, a little bit more Australian Red Violet. If you follow my channel, you know by now that one of my opportunities is I use too much paint and too many colors. So narrowing it down to most of the colors that were in the last pour and just omitting a couple, it took a lot of restraint for me. So I'm just going to call that a celebration. You know what I mean? You have to celebrate when you don't use 15 paints and you only use like 5 or 6 like normal people, or like even more normal people only use like 3 or 4, you know? So goals one day. So I'm going to use that little cool little cute swiping tool from Colourarte. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Cell Activator on that little guy, and then we're going to swoosh it around. So the color that you put down first will be the color that goes over your paint last. And it's mostly going to be the most dominant when you're swiping. So I want the black to be the most dominant. I want the gold to be kind of an accent color. And by the way, I'm using Carbon Black from Atelier Interactive as my Cell Activator mixed with Australian Floetrol. The gold is Pebeo Iridescent Precious Gold. And it's a great gold Cell Activator, especially kind of doing a gold and black deal. So I'm just squiggling around some gold. What I like about this Cell Activator is it does kind of what I want. It streaks the gold in some cool ways, but for the most part, it just outlines the cells with gold. Now you guys see I really screwed that up right there, right? But good save, I must say. So you can see the way I swiped, because I had a lot of Cell Activator, we have big kind of ribbons of gold. It may not have been the intent, but I really like the way it turns out. And we haven't even spun it out, and it's already leaps and bounds better than what we're painting over, so woohoo. Sorry about my big head in the way, and I have to pull my hair like way out of the way because I have kind of thin hair and it pops out and gets right into the paint, which is always fun. So I'm just trying to fix this one little edge that I just kind of foresee might blow out looking kind of crazy. And unfortunately, I had not used this pillow paint in a while, so I had just started up, and it's a thick pillow paint, so it had oodles of bubbles. So, you know, the labor of love, pop the bubbles. Because this is a thicker paint, you know, generally you don't want to pop bubbles with the bloom recipe with a torch. With house paint, it gets a skin on it really fast. Sometimes I break that rule and do it anyway, but because this paint is so thick, it really would have not been a good idea. So I am just moving it toward the center so when we spin out, we don't have kind of that weird lopsided thing. And I wanted to bring you in so you could see how pretty so far. And as we pop some bubbles, I mean, you might as well see some beautiful things while we pop some bubbles. Now, if you are new to my channel, I'm using the bloom recipe. This is a bloom swipe, but I am using the bloom recipe, and I do have a tutorial below kind of showing what ingredients I typically use in the bloom, including the house paint I use for pillow paint, Untinted house paint for my pouring medium, Cell Activator, etc. I list that in every video because I do get a lot of questions about that. And I know when I was starting learning, I really liked to learn from various people's recipes. I have tried other things, so that's not the only thing that I use, but it's what works well for me. And I do test other things here and there, so just an FYI. And so far, I just really loved this. I mean, the pops of gold are pretty dramatic, but I think it works, and it kind of works that it's only in like half of the painting. So you'll see as we continue to kind of spin off the paint that it becomes a little bit more well-defined. But at this point, I'm just getting some of those big bubbles off. We'll give it a couple more good spins. All those cute little cells on the outside, they're gonzo. They're gonna be spun off. So anyway, yeah. So when you see this video, it will be Sunday. Yes, Monday the 31st, I will release a video to announce the person who won for the Colourarte collaboration, the person who won the grand prize, and the person who won the prize for my channel. If you watch that collaboration, all of our channels had an individual prize, and then there was a culmination of everything where everyone could be eligible for a grand prize. And so we're all super excited to announce the winners on Monday the 31st. So stay tuned so you don't miss that. It's always so fun to see people win, you know, especially when they get to win cool stuff like Colourarte. I mean, who doesn't want to play with beautiful, sparkly, magnificent paint? I mean, look what happens when you use it. It's so fun. Anyway, y'all can probably tell I'm a little tired, right? So let me know what you think of this video, of the piece itself. Considering what we painted over was blah, I love it. It did have a lot of those stupid bubbles, but when I show you the close-up, I'll show you the way I would like to position it. Like if you put it on an easel, which direction I would probably show it to make that gold kind of make sense. But I just think the colors are so beautiful together. I love the weird little pops of gold. I think it adds some cool interest because these colors are fairly dark, and so I think it adds just a little pop of extra color. So yeah, so as I pop these bubbles, I'm gonna bid you adieu because about this time I'll be turning off my camera, and I'm keep getting my giant head in the way to blow on those bubbles anyway. And then I'm going to bring you down for a close-up so you can see all the sparkle and all the shimmer and those beautiful colors. Don't forget that right now the Be Still My Heart set from Colourarte has 2 bonus colors, which are Luna and Lovestruck, if you pick up the set. And of course the latest PrizmPour link is also below. Don't forget to save that 20%. And we also are planning on doing another big collaboration in April. I know a lot of you have really shared some positive feedback that you really enjoyed that. So hang in there with us. We're going to try to do one probably once a quarter or so. Anyway, popping bubbles is boring, so I'm going to bring you down for a close-up. Thank you as always for your support and for watching. All right, everybody, so here's our close-up. Considering what it looked like before, I think it turned out all right. Very similar colors to the negative space swipe I recently did, only I kind of kept the darker colors. So here's the kind of crazy gold part, which even though it didn't swipe very evenly because I didn't do a great job swiping, I like it. I love these little clusters of cells right here. Oh, Colourarte, you never disappoint. Look at that. And I love these colors together. Like all of the dark colors I used today are totally my kind of colors, you know what I mean? But yeah, what do you think? Do you like it? Check this part out. It looks kind of, like I think if I were to display it, I would display it sort of just like that, with the pop of gold. So yeah, I like it. She's kind of pretty, huh? So let me know what you think. Don't forget about the discount codes in the description box below. And thank you so much for watching and all of your wonderful feedback. Can't get over some of this part right here. Considering that was a failed bloom we just poured over, I like it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Bye.